Hey everyone, welcome back. Yeah, today's Wednesday, and instead of doing a fiction story today, I'm going to actually be reading a book. It's a paranormal book, but it's kind of like true stories and everything. I don't know, I just wanted to do something different because, why not? So, so instead of doing that, I'm going to read you a story, and it's from the Weiser Field Guide to the Paranormal. About abductions, apparitions, ESP, synchronicity, and more unexplained paranormal from other realms. And it's by Judith, Joyce. And I don't know, I was reading this, the crystal skull and everything, and it's really interesting. And of course, it's from the movie Indiana Jones, so I'm like, why not? Let's learn a little bit about it. So, yeah, like I said, it's different. It's not a fiction story, and I'm still waiting for the chapters and everything because for some odd reason they're not getting it out. I don't know why. I don't know if they're taking a break or whatever. So let's read this. It'll be interesting and we can learn something new. Crystal Skull of Doom. The most famous crystal skull is the so-called Lebanton skull, also known as the Mitchell Hedges skull, and most sensationally as the Crystal Skull of Doom. An 11.91 pound, highly polished crystal skull the size of a small human cranium. It exhibits the highest quality of all known allegedly Central American crystal skulls. Unlike some other crystal skulls, this one has a detachable jaw. And this is what it looks like. The Skull of Doom's age is unknown as its origin. Arguments suggest that it's Mayan, Aztec, or something else now unknown, possibly extraterrestrial. The crystal from which it is carved is similar to crystal quarried in California, but scientists have been unable to determine its origin conclusively. It is unclear what tools were used to carve it. Art restorer Frank Dorland, who studied the skull for 6 years, claimed he could not see typical carving or scratch marks. He theorized that the skull was cut with diamond tools and then polished with sand over a lengthy period. Further tests showed traces of metallic grinding on the detachable jaw's teeth. See, told you, a little bit interesting. The Crystal Skull of Doom was first brought to public attention in the 1950s by Frederick Mitchell Hedges, 1882 to 1959. The archaeologist, explorer, and radio host rumored to be the inspiration for the fictional character Indiana Jones, which we all know that movie. He claimed that his adopted daughter, Anna Mitchell Hedges, found it on January 1st, 1924, her 17th birthday, beneath an altar amid the ruins of an ancient Mayan city, Labaton, now in Belize, but then in British Honduras. According to Mitchell Hedges, local Mayans told him the skull had been used by Mayan high priests as a cursing device, a tool intended to focus killing energy. Which, that doesn't sound too good, does it? Skeptics claim that Mitchell Hedges fabricated a romantic story and that the records indicate that he really purchased the skull in England in the 1940s. Some suggest that he brought the skull to Belize, planted it in the ruins so that Anna would have the pleasure of discovering it. Mitchell Hedges' account does contain discrepancies. The skull does not appear among his writings from Louboutin, although one would assume that such a sensational discovery would be mentioned. Other participants at the archaeological dig claim not to recall either discovery or Anna's presence. To her dying day, Anna insisted that she had found the skull and said that the reason it was not written up in field notes was that if the skull's discovery were publicized, Mitchell Hedges would have been obligated to turn it over to a museum and that he wanted to let local Mayans keep it. Anna said that when her family was preparing to leave Louboutin, the Mayans to whom the skull had been entrusted gave it to Mitchell Hedges as a gift. He brought it to England where, later, in financial straits, he used it as collateral. When Mitchell Hedges purchased the skull in the 1940s, according to Anna, he was only buying back his own property. Mitchell Hedges briefly mentioned the crystal skull in the first edition of his 1954 autobiography, Danger My Ally, but did not discuss where it was found or by whom. All mentions of the skull was omitted from later editions. Before his death, Mitchell Hedges left a cryptic message regarding the skull. How it came into my possession, I have reason for not revealing. Upon his death, Anna inherited the skull. The crystal skull of doom reputedly possessed paranormal powers. It can allegedly induce trance states in those who gaze within it, contemplate it, or even just in close proximity to it. Allegedly, some have gone insane in its presence, with the implication that the skull is to blame. Some claim the skull emits fragrant perfume and mysterious sounds. Images of mountains and temples allegedly appear within it. That sounds cool. I mean, if you're looking at a skull and everything, and all these images come, And I think that was in the movie too, so that's cool. From 1967 until her death in 2007, Anna Mitchell Hedges took her crystal skull on tour, allowing people contact with it on a pay-per-view basis. This gave them more contact than they would have been allowed had the skull been in a museum. Upon her death, her friend Bill Holmain became the skull's caretaker. He renamed it the Crystal Skull of Love, emphasizing his belief that its true purpose is to assist humanity. For more information, go to www.mitchell-hedges.com. So that actually is really interesting. I mean, to have a skull that you can actually just look at it and things happen to you and everything. Probably not knowing that it's happening to you, but yeah. But if you have any insights on this or whatever, and if you want, ask any questions, let me know. And I hope you like this. It's something different because, like I said, I've been doing the fiction stories and everything, and I'm like, why not tell a true story? Who knows? Maybe I'll be reading more of this, and hopefully they get those last chapters out for us where we can find out what's happening in the new house, because I'm kind of interested to see what happens. All right, guys, I'll talk to you, Sunday. And who knows? Could be before, Like I've been trying to learn editing, and it's kind of hard because I need the right equipment for it. So that might have to wait until I get a little bit more money. So it might take a little time. So I'm not in a rush. I'll be here for a while. All right, guys. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Share, subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification button or you won't get notified. And I'll talk to you Sunday. Have fun. Stay safe. Bye, guys.